told you about that lovely tea that I like so much. For those of you in the Queens area, I had to come back and get some of that tea because I love that tea so much. It's like it's called Lloyd's tea. It's like a European tea, and thus far the only place I could find that has it is Dollar Bazaar, and it's right next to Sag Carpets and Rugs. So this is on Queens Boulevard, 9642. So this place was supposed to open at 9 o'clock, but these people got here late, so right now it's 9:26. So I'm just waiting right here for them to activate their computers, and I'm gonna grab some tea and get the hell out of here. But you know what they also have? They have honeycomb. So like if you put tea and honey together, you know, honey is actually very helpful for fighting bacterial sinus infections and such and such. So the thing about it is just waiting right here for these people. I'm gonna give them about 2 minutes, then run in here and get this tea and honey, and then I'm getting out of here. Because the thing about it, this is Queens Boulevard. I hate being over here because they got fucking traffic cameras every goddamn where. They give you tickets for going over, 25 miles per hour. They give you freaking tickets. I hate being over here. Okay, we got the cops right here. They call this the Boulevard of Death. That's what they call it. Because you know what it is you got all these old people trying to walk across the street, and they're walking real slow, and they get run down. So they call this the Boulevard of Death. That's what they actually call it. So I'm going to give them 1 or 2 minutes, and I'm going to get in there, get what I want, and get out of here. Yeah. Or you see how everybody's driving slow and everything? Now, when I was younger, this fucking street, you used to be able to do like 60, 70 up and down, because there's nothing but straight. It's just a big straight. You know, it's a straight way. And that's why they slowed this shit down, boy. They made it say, 25 miles an hour. It's like you're driving so slow, it feels like you never get where you're going. All right, I'm going to run up in here. On the way in, look at this. Look at all these shoplifters. They put the pictures of the shoplifters in the front of the store as if you're going to remember who these people are. Look at her. Look at this picture of this chick right here. She's a shoplifter. Look at her. She's looking up at the camera. And look at this. Look at this guy. That guy looks shifty right there. Look at that guy. All these goddamn shoplifters. And they wonder why Walgreens had to close. They wonder why you got to close all the drugstores. You got all these goddamn people shoplifting. Look over there. You got this lady right here. This lady, she got the COVID mask. She's up there shoplifting. Look at this. Look at that guy. You know he's up to no good. Look at that guy right there. Shoplifting. Shoplifters. These people are destroying the businesses. Ruining the businesses. All right, let's get up in here. What they got? Because they see one thing I like about the Indian dollar stores is they've got all types of stuff that you typically can't get at other places. So look at it. They got the fig preserves, the strawberry preserves. You know, I tell you, I actually really, really like shopping at the Indian dollar stores because they import a lot of stuff. So, like, you get all this stuff, like, when I'm in Dubai and I'm in the Middle East and everything, like, there's certain things that you see over there that you're not going to see here. You know, they got all egg noodles and all that. Like, if you're making soup, you got all this stuff right here. But, yeah, you know, some of these stores have it, some of the stores don't. So, all right, let me see what we got. Okay, they're playing TLC on the radio. Okay, so the one that I want, hi, how you doing? Yeah, this is it right here, Lloyd pineapple and pear. So they got this balance of sugar, digestion, throat. This is like a European tea, right? And they sell them here for like $2.50. And I'm going to take 3 of these pineapple pears because these are good. All right, so let's see. So the pineapple pear, they got sweet cherry. I wanted to taste that blackberry blueberry. You got refreshing orange, cranberry, raspberry, forest fruit, roast hip apple, green tea with raspberry. You got Melissa, I don't know what that is, lemon, black, Earl Grey. Yeah, so I'm going to get 3 of these, and maybe I get 1 blueberry. Black currant, I don't know what that is. I'll try the blueberry one. I should get a cherry one too. I don't know. They don't have a mango tea. Raspberry. Maybe I should try. I think I try the apple, forest fruit. You know what? I'll try forest fruit. I don't know what that one's like. Yeah. Okay, so I got all this tea in my hands. And then, what do they got? They got the honeycomb. They got the honey somewhere. They got these honeys with the comb. Oh, yeah. See, this is it right here. This is it. This is, what is this? $7.99. And you have the whole bee honeycomb right there, $7.99. You know, you can't chew the wax, but the honey part is actually pretty, it's actually really tasty honey, you know. Yeah, and they got this other polyfloral raw and all this. Yeah. All right, so let me go right up there. I'm just gonna put this down. I'm just gonna put this down. I think I'm gonna get something else. All right, then they got all this stuff. Like if you have like a little cheap ass apartment, it's like you could furnish the whole thing. It's like you could get all this silverware and all this stuff. And I'll tell you, a lot of this stuff, it's like you go to Walmart, you see the same exact shit, but you're gonna pay more for it. So you got spatulas. I don't think I really need a spatula, but I do want to look at their pans for baking. They got a lot of stuff in them, but these dollar stores are gold mines. And especially when you're shopping in the Biden economy, you need all the help you can get, right? It's like it's not easy shopping in the Biden economy. Yeah, let's see where they got the pans at. Let's see what kind of pans they got. Because they usually have cookware. They got glassware. I don't know where they keep the bakeware. Let's find out. And they got all types of other stuff. They got these ovens. They got coffee makers, beaters. They got the water kettles. A lot of this stuff is actually cheaper on eBay. But it's like if you just need it, you just need it in a hurry. I think this is a coffee decanter. Yeah, they got some pans over here. They got some electrical stuff. Yeah, in fact, I actually like going to the dollar stores because, like, you can find stuff that you just can't get anywhere else. Not to mention it's a lower price because if you try to get some of this stuff online, it's going to cost a lot more than you're willing to pay. Just looking to see if they have a baking pan. Yeah, they have a lot of stainless steel stuff. Okay, these are muffin pans, so this is, whoa, shit, I think it's static electricity. Yeah, this is a muffin pan. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Muffin pans, everything's a muffin pan. They don't have cookie pans. Yeah. Like, if you want to make cookies, it's like you could use things like this. Because it makes it easier to just pour the batter in there and then you just dump it out. Or this one right here, this one's smooth. Yeah, they're going to get me screwed up with this goddamn music that they're playing in the background because that music will give you a copyright flag. Yeah, I'll just stop now.
Thank you, girls. Have a good day.
You know, it's funny, after driving around in that brand new electric Cadillac for so long, it's like coming back to this car, the Jeep SRT, it's almost like when you're dating two women and it's like, you know, you're going out with one of them for a while and then you go back to the old one and it's like right away you remember, oh yeah, that's why I stopped dating you. But this is still a great fucking truck. I mean, I got, 90,134 miles. And as you can see, my one of my rims is like a little low. So that's part of the reason why I bought the air pump before. But the issue is there must be like a tear or a hole. Not probably like a tear, but there's probably like a nail or something. So I was going to get that nail, whatever it is, I was going to get that nail pulled and have the tire fixed and everything. But big, spacious truck. I mean, you know, the new Jeep I'm sorry, I can't even say the new Jeep SRT. There isn't one. The new Jeeps that they got, the Grand Cherokees, they're really nice, but they're just so plain. And then I saw that new Wagoneer S, and that really didn't excite me at all. You know, it's like I just wasn't feeling it. So, you know, I'm sure it's gonna sell though, because there's a lot of women who buy stuff like this, and they'll buy it. But I really wasn't sold on it. It's like, it's going to be electric. Supposedly it's going to have like 600 horsepower, but considering the thing's probably going to weigh like 5,000 or 6,000 pounds, 600 horsepower does get it from 0 to 60 pretty quick. It's just that after that, that's when you run into the same problems you have with the Teslas, where they're not very fast once they've, already started going, So some people are like, oh yeah, well, you have to put a third motor into these things to make them faster. So, it is what it is. But, let's see what we got out here, because I'm looking for this tire. There's a tire shop, and there's a number of tire shops, in fact, right around here. But I haven't driven this thing in a while, so this is a good chance to clear it, because, the brakes get rusty and all that. Rust starts to accumulate on the brakes and everything. So this is a really good chance to, to just put some energy in the battery, get the rust off the wheels. It's a really good opportunity to do that. But still a good. I mean, this is a really good truck. I mean, I see a lot of these things. Some people are trying to sell these things on eBay. They have like 88,000. Some have more than 100,000 miles. Now it's funny. This truck, I bought this truck February 2016. So that basically this truck's birthday is this month. So February 2016. And, I pointed out like some of the downsides with the carbon fiber accents. See, people buy all this carbon fiber shit, but what they don't realize is carbon fiber over time, with temperature, it starts to warp. Now, I actually bought replacement pieces for this part right here, and I bought a replacement piece for this right here, because I pulled the entire thing off, and I actually have the replacement pieces at home, but I really wanted to have like a professional put them on, because, they have like those 3M pieces of tape. Whoa. They have those 3M pieces of tape, and I was hoping maybe they had something a little bit better, like an epoxy or something. But I'm going to put them on eventually. It's like right now I just didn't feel like disturbing them, because what it was this part started to crack, and then I ended up cracking it in half. And when I did that, I just said, okay, there's no point. So I just cut it. And then I took that piece and I threw that piece away. But other than that, the truck, I mean, this thing, the interior, with the exception of those stupid carbon fiber appliques, interior held up pretty good. I glued that one back there, and I didn't have another problem with that one back there, because the problem is the adhesive that they use. That's the downside with Chrysler. It's like it takes them like 2 tries to get it right. Like with the first Jeep SRT, they had their own interior issues. Then with the second one, they had the exact same issues they had with my Chrysler 300. And now when you look at these new Jeeps, now you don't get an SRT, you don't get a V8 at all. But, the interior's been designed a little bit better. Like, they have, like, wood panels and stuff. And the interior is a little bit more, it's a little bit more acceptable. But, their service and the warranties that they offer, it's like the warranties are okay, but the service, sometimes it's not that great. But a lot of people are already finding that out. Like, they got Chargers and Challengers that they just bought. And the sad thing is, here you are, you paid $100,000 for a fucking Hellcat, or $100,000 for a Jeep Trackhawk or more. And then you realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm getting the same service that I'd be getting if I had a $20,000 Trackhawk, or, look at this guy. Okay, so I got to tell this guy right here. So I'm going to tell him what's wrong. I gotta get new wheels and tires. It's gonna cost like $2,000 or whatever. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good.
What happened with the tire?
No, I think it has a nail in it or something. It's like getting flat.
I will take care of it.
Cool. Yeah, you'll probably see it right away. I haven't washed this car in weeks. I haven't washed this car, and it looks fabulous. I've literally have not washed this car in over a month, and it's been through like winter weather, rain. We had a little bit of ice. Looks fabulous. I wish my Cadillac was this exact same color, the bright silver metallic. I wish my Cadillac was the same color. Haven't washed the damn thing in a month. And it looks fabulous. Yeah, you see those I'm probably gonna end up getting new rotors and new pads and everything. But I'm gonna do that eventually. Because on eBay I can get these wheels no problem. It's usually like $2,000. Wheels and tires, the set is like $2,300. So I'm probably gonna definitely do that.
That's why, yeah, you know what? Yeah. She got warranty.
Oh, yeah?
You see anything?
Yeah, she got
No,
warranty.
I will check in the water.
Yeah, patch it up for now. Okay. Okay, patch it.
Yeah, so you can see I still got some rust. So if I drive it a little bit more, I'll probably be able to get that rust off there.
Baby, look.
Y la de adelante, 245. 245, 48. Yeah, let me check it.
Shit. He's got some nice wheels around here. See what kind of... I'm not gonna buy aftermarket wheels. Like, to each his own. Like, when I see all these aftermarket wheels, I'm like, yeah, some of them are okay, but the thing about it is I'm sticking with the OEMs. The Jeep SRT OEM wheels. That's the only thing I put on my cars. I want my shit to look the same way it looked when it came out the factory. Yep. So that's just how I roll. But yeah, they'll knock this out real quick. This shop, Nassau Tire and Wheel Shop, they're pretty good. This guy, he owns like 2 or 3 tire shops in addition to this one. So he's doing pretty well for himself. And they do a pretty good job. He'll be done in, probably take him like 10 minutes, he'll be done. Right now he's testing for air leaks right now. So I figure out where it's leaking. Yeah, so this is what happens if you don't drive this shit long enough. You get all that rust in there. And I think these rotors are actually good. I think these rotors have, there's like no loss in, there's not that much loss in their width. So the rotors are actually good. I just think it just needs to be driven on for a while so that the pads will get some of that that rust off there. Yeah, it's hard to drive 2 of these cars at the same time. And then my girlfriend, she has her own car, so I don't let her drive this. She drive her own cars. Like, I don't let her drive this bad boy. But yeah, I gotta get, eventually I'll just get new rims and new brake pads and rotors and all that shit. I gotta decide what I'm gonna do about the warranty, because the warranty also expires this summer. I could extend it, but I don't know if it's even worth it to extend. I have me a truck off warranty. Use this thing as a gigantic paperweight. And it's sad because it's such a great fucking truck. I could have driven this thing into the ground. It's such a great truck. It's like, besides, some of this fucking cosmetic shit. That nasty glue epoxy adhesive. It's like, I'd like to take this to a professional and have him fucking grind that shit out. And then I'll put the overlays back on there. Other than that, I mean, this truck is fantastic. It's like the seats, everything else is great about it. A couple of people offered me money for it. I told them no. I was like, nah, no, this is my truck. This is my Jeep SRT. Yeah. It's like you buy a fucking Hellcat, you buy no, not a Hellcat, you buy a Trackhawk, you don't even get a wheel that says SRT on the shit. It says fucking Trackhawk. That's how you know they gave up on you. Damn shame, really. I could get this panel replaced because over time the leather started to crack, but that's not a big deal. They sell those on eBay for like $30. Yeah, but other than that, no, the interior held up very, very well. Clean. It's like damn near all you'd have to do is detail this shit. Looks like it's brand new. Yeah, nice and very nice. Held up very, very, very nice. Uh-oh, look at them right there. Emirates EK. That's probably the EK 200 on its way to Dubai. Taking everybody to Dubai on their way out of here, getting out of this fucking shithole, going to Dubai. I can't wait to go back to Dubai, but this year it's Bali and Singapore. I just wish the Emirates would. They need to take me with them. That's the best plane in the world right there. He's turning around? This guy. This pilot, he's turning around right here. Best plane in the world. Man, I want to go with you. They're up there sipping their champagne and watching movies already. All right, well, that's no big deal. Spring break's coming, summer's coming. I'll be following them. But I'm going to Bali. Going to Bali and Singapore. How about that? Haven't been to Singapore before. This guy needs to hurry up. On our way. All right. About, 35 minutes worth of time, and we're on our way in a minute. Okay, we're back at 38 PSI by 37. So back on the road. Yay. Yeah, you know, it's amazing. I haven't sat in this thing in so long. It's like it just feels, everything about this truck feels so much bigger. It's just everything feels huge. I haven't sat in this thing in so long. It just feels like gigantic. Even the steering wheel feels gigantic. Yeah, so they were saying on YouTube a lot of Mopar products aren't selling. I'm like, well, why would they be? It's like, here you've basically created a situation where you got idiots taking over the culture. You got these morons doing these stupid street takeovers and then getting arrested and getting their cars repossessed. You can't have most of these types of cars without some asshole trying to steal them. So you got people trying to literally steal parts off your car. You got people trying to steal your car. You know, it's like they've created like an environment where nobody wants this stuff anymore. And I shouldn't say nobody. There are a couple of clout chasers on the internet, and there are a couple of idiots who are young, inexperienced, and they want to get their hands on one of these things. But the thing about it is these things are inherently dangerous, and that's one thing I've always said about these cars. When you're dealing with a car that's got 3 and 4 and 5 times more power than the average car that's in traffic, that's not a good thing if you have people who have access to them and they're morons. You know, that's one of the reasons why we have insurance. Insurance is designed to keep these things out of people's hands. Certain people, poor people, morons, young people who don't know any better. It's like that Hellcat 300 with the engine in it that was stolen, by the way. That's the perfect example right there. You got these morons first of all, stealing shit. That's number one. That's unforgivable. stealing engines, putting engines in cars that they shouldn't be in, and then getting into fatal car accidents. Now, I will say this. The blessing is that no innocent people were injured that day. That's the blessing. Unfortunately, here you are. I had to wait all this time just to find out that they weren't going to make a Hellcat 300. Then somebody actually makes one, and then two morons fucking wreck the shit. But that's what it is. It's like, no, it's time for this, how should I say, this diseased car culture to end. It's time for it to just end. And they're going to end. They're already ending it. You can't get these Hemi engines. It's done. It's over. It's like the only thing you can do is get an old car that's built like this. If you can find one that you can even possibly afford, you're going to get hit over the head for insurance. You're going to get, insurance is just going to take you for a ride. So, it's ending. It deserves to end. It needs to end, It was fun while it lasted, but they ruined it all. They just ruined everything. That's all they do is ruin everything. Yeah, but, it is what it is, man. That's why I'm glad I was able to get mine. I had my fun with mine. Let's throw on that cruise control. Let's throw on that distance control. Let's see if that's still kicking. It's not as fun as my Super Cruise, but, it still works. This guy, what are you trying to get over? You're not trying hard enough, homie. Okay, let's see. So that's tire pressure, transmission temperature, oil pressure. Got 50% oil life. See, that's another thing. When you don't drive the car, it's like, I don't know how that really affects your oil life when you don't drive the car much. All right. Yeah, see, that's the replacement for my car right there. This is the silver. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's not a dark horse. You got a fake badge on that thing. That's not no damn dark. It says She Loud. His license plate says She Loud. I thought that was the dark horse. Ain't no dark horse. That's the horse in the stable horse. It's not no dark horse. Yeah, 4xe. See, that's what they've been selling. They've been selling all these bullshit hybrids. That thing has an electric motor, but it only gets 20 miles in electric range. And then after that, it goes right back to gas. I know I made a video about it. So I had a friend, and she had one of those 4xe. And her question to me, because she didn't seem to understand it, her question was, well, how come the electric range only lasts 20 miles? I was like, yeah, because it's a hybrid. It's not an electric vehicle. It's a hybrid. So you only get electric for a short while, and then you're right back to using gas. And she bought it because she was trying to save money on gas. I was like, nah, honey, it doesn't work that way. It's like you could plug it up, and you could charge it every single night, and you could maybe get that 20 miles of electric range, and you might be able to push yourself up to maybe 40, 50 miles a gallon. But eventually, that thing's going right back to using gas. I'm waiting for them. I want to see what they build when they make an electric Grand Cherokee or when they make an electric Ford Explorer. That's what I want to see. I don't know how long it's going to take them to do it, but that's going to be pretty interesting. So I gave Tesla a call at the service center that I made the video about where they did the grand opening. And they claimed that they had a Model 3 refresh. And I want to see it in person. I want to take a good look at it in person. I don't know if it's drivable. It may just be just a demo model, but I want to see it. So, me and the Jeep are headed over there. We're going to go see the Model 3. And I'm really, really interested in what's going to be when Tesla refreshes the Model Y. Because, see, the Model Y is the real meat and potatoes. Here in New York, and I would say New Jersey and Connecticut, the tri-state area, a lot of people who buy Teslas, they get the Model Y. For 2023, now never mind all that bullshit you heard from the media who doesn't like Elon Musk because he says bad, naughty things, orange man bad things. Never mind them. The simple fact is the Model Y was the #1 selling car in the world in 2023. The #1 selling car in the world. So what's interesting to me is the people, nobody wants EVs. Nobody wants them. Nobody's buying them. Nobody wants the EVs. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a minute. The numbers say that the Tesla Model Y was the number one selling was the number one selling car in the world in 2023. Not that BMW M8 or whatever the fuck that thing is, M8, 8M, whatever. Not that. Not this boring ass Buick or that Audi. It wasn't those. No, those are all gas cars. What's interesting is the Model Y was the number one selling car in the world in 2023. That was just last year, right? So I find it interesting that the news was talking about how nobody wanted these things, but they're selling more than anything else in the world. That's really, really interesting. Look at this guy with this Audi. It's all beat up. You got to be careful. You're scratching up your Audi. His old man scratching up his car, and he's probably... See, that's the type of person that scares me, because, like, imagine I park my beautiful car, my beautiful truck, and I park it in a shopping mall, and then I got this guy scratching up my car because he's trying to park, and he could barely see because he's got, like, 319 vision, and this guy's scratching up cars. It's like, I hate that. It's like when I see people and their cars all abused and damaged, it's like it makes me not like them automatically. I just don't like them. Because, I mean, you know, in order to do that kind of damage, he had to have hit somebody, you know, or he had to have hit somebody's property. Look at this fucking asshole right here. You're lucky I let you just drive past me like that, because otherwise I would have, you know, cut in there. It's like, but I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. Yeah, going to Tesla is like Christmas. It's just fun. Yeah, I gotta put that power down. Uh-oh, we're gonna have to turn on sport mode. Uh-oh, y'all ain't ready for me. Y'all ain't ready for me. Sport mode, boys. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. This guy zipping through traffic. There in a minute. It's not that far away. This guy. Make up your mind? You can't make up your mind, can you? Oh God, we got a BMW here too. Yeah, it's like, you know, I was never going to sell this car, because the thing about it is there's a lot of people who pay way more to get one of these now, especially considering your choices are so limited, because it's really crazy. Even those 4xe Jeep Grand Cherokees, those things, they sell those things like over $70,000. Like, it almost makes no sense that they're able to sell those things at prices like that. You know, it's like, yeah, they are new, but it's almost like there's like a $10,000 premium that gets put on this stuff. I'm like, I wouldn't pay y'all $70,000 to $80,000 for one of these things. No way in hell. But some people are just that anxious to get it. Yeah, so it's like while I'm out driving this car, I'm kind of testing, you know, the wheel repair that was done. I think eventually I probably got to get these wheels balanced again. I think it's definitely the front too, because I'm getting a little bit of a vibration off of them. But I could always do that later. It's not a big deal. But I'm going to just get I want to get new wheels and new tires. I'm going to just watch eBay, and I'm going to see what the best price they got on them is. It's usually around $2,000. And this way, you know, I'll have brand new wheels, brand new tires. I was trying to wait until I run these tires out, and once these tires are dead, you know, then I was gonna make the swap. But you know, because I'd hate to throw away this stuff, and it still has life on it, you know. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I have to try to get as much life out of certain things as possible. I gotta say, of all the cars I've ever owned, this Jeep Grand Cherokee has been the absolute best. I've never had a car up to like 100,000 miles. I've never had it. Never. This car is still, what is 90,151. It's like this car could easily do 100,000 miles, and all I got to do is recondition the interior just a little bit, replace a couple of worn out parts, get the stuff off of eBay. Next thing you know, this thing be like damn near brand new. You know, I had all that work done on the engine. I had the HVAC fixed up. So you know, it feels very newish. Not new, but newish. You know, and then these people spending all this money on them Range Rovers, and they spending all this money on them BMW X5s, and it's like, yeah, those are all cute and everything, but that just doesn't interest me. It doesn't interest me. It's like, for what? You know, I could have easily bought one. I could have traded this car, and I could have spent the same amount I spent on that Cadillac, and I could have easily had one of those things. I just don't like them. I just don't. I can't see myself in a BMW. I just can't. The only one I kind of like is the 7 Series electric model, the i7. But the insurance is sky high on those things. Yeah, so we got Tesla right here. I wonder if there's any Cybertrucks sitting around. Probably not. And it was so strange. The question I kept asking was like, you know, you have a Tesla service center here, but there's no supercharger here. It's like, why didn't you put a supercharger right here? And they said, you know, they were thinking about doing it or something. I don't know. Look at all these Model Ys. Look at them. All those black Model Ys. Yes. This is yeah, that's that Model S that I drove. So my guess is the Model 3 is inside. Yeah, this is perfect. I'll park right here. Oh, this is perfect. I don't like parking next to people where I gotta open my door. Yeah, so this is great. So they got a Tesla service center right here. Because you gotta remember, as a Tesla shareholder, it's important to me that Tesla does as well as possible. So I need Tesla to perform, because that's money. Tesla, Nvidia, that's money for me. I need them to perform as well as possible. So let's go in there. So this right here is the Model 3 refresh right here. And he's letting some woman go out on a test drive on it. And then right after her, I'll be next. Obviously, this is way too small for me. The Model Y is actually the one that I'd really more be interested in when they do the refresh. But I do want to take a good look at it. So let me go on inside and register. So here we are once again. So they got the Model Y right next to the Model X. I would think that these are probably the two better selling models, specifically because of the size of them. So the Model Y, as you can see, it doesn't have this rear monitor, but that Model 3 does. And then this doesn't have ventilated seats. It only has heated seats for the front passengers. And it also just doesn't have the new updated interior stuff, like it doesn't have the ambient lighting, which is something I want to take a good look at when I get a chance to take a look at the this Model 3 refresh. So they'll be on the test drive, and then they'll be right back in a little while. These are the 20s, I believe. They said that the Tesla Cybertruck has they're most likely going to have a recall because those wheel covers that they have start to chew into the side of the tire. It's going to be an issue. Yeah, so basically what they did was they put this rear monitor in the Model 3 refresh, and it's probably going to most likely be in the Model Y refresh. And I'm thinking the X and the S, I don't know how much they're going to change these cars, but most likely they'll end up getting the ambient lighting as well. I'm glad they dropped the price of this, because now the Plaid is only like $100,000. So I'm glad they did drop the prices. But that guy Elon Musk, man, he's that guy. He may be a snake oil salesman, but he sells some damn good snake oil. Tesla's making a killing with these things, but the reality is the one thing that they've got an advantage over everybody else is that they've got that Supercharger network. Like, you absolutely can't beat that. All right, so the Model 3 is going out right now, and she'll be back in a little while, and I'll be right behind her. Okay, so we've got the new refreshed Model 3 refresh. Let me change up some of these colors in here. I like some different colors. Let's see what we got. Okay, search, no controls, pedals, steering, charging, autopilot, locks, lights. That's the interior light, so we could change that around a little. So you get the little blue right there, got a little teal, got a little green, dark green, got a little yellow, got a little back to red, back to orange, got a little purple. Yeah, I'll leave it on blue. Oh no, wait. Let's try green. That's a nice energetic color. And you can go straight to certain colors just by touching that. Okay, so we got the ambient lighting. So that's nice. Yeah, so we got the ambient lighting. Take a picture of that. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people reviewing these things, but nobody's exactly like me. Once again, the mirror that they have is nice, but I'm really shocked that Tesla didn't put the digital mirror in this car, because my car has the digital mirror. From what I know, most companies only charge like $200 for it. Okay, so this is supposed to be quieter than the outgoing Model 3. And it's also supposed to have a slightly stiffer suspension. Also supposed to have slightly better handling. Even though the Model 3 nobody really ever complained about the Model 3's handling. Most people who complained about the Model Y's handling, because they felt like they just took the Model Y and just slapped it onto the Model 3, but they didn't really do enough. How should I say? Maybe tuning of it. Okay, wow, okay. Yeah, this thing, they all have good pickup. They all really do have very, very good pickup. Okay, I got the air conditioner on. So let's see that air conditioning and that heating. So we got the heat or cool. So you can cool the heat, you can cool the seat, heat the seat. I like that. They should have had that from the very beginning, because when you have a car like this that has such premium panache, it's like you gotta have all of that, like heated and cooled seats. And I like the fact that it's there. It may be hidden, but it's there. And then that's the obviously the everybody loves how you can tell it where to point the air and everything, so that's nice. Okay, so this has its autopilot, and it also has their full self-driving as an option. But this does have its autopilot feature already in there. Like, you can get the car without it. But for the most part, they've tried to make it a little nicer. They've got this soft material that has the dash. They still won't put a heads-up display in this thing. But I guess Elon's like, oh no, all you have to do is just look to the right. You don't need a heads-up display. You don't need it. It's like Elon, man, you killed me. But once again, it's like, whether you like these cars or not, the bottom line is that Supercharger network sets them ahead of everybody else. Because no matter what car you buy, you could buy a Rolls-Royce Spectre, or you could buy a EQS, Maybach, you could, whatever, it doesn't matter what you buy. The simple fact is those cars do not have access to the Tesla Superchargers as standard. The Teslas have access to the Supercharger. So once again, we've got the buttons for turning left and right. We've got the buttons, so that's the right button and the left button. And you just push that. We push left, push right. Okay, so that's that. Then on top of that, that's the windshield wiper. So if you want a windshield wipe, you got to push that, and then you got to drag the scroll wheel to set it. So there's not a whole lot of difference, but what there is, you got this back here. You got this control screen. So the control screen allows people in the back to do exactly what they do in the Model X. You could play video games. You could set up your heating and cooling, and you could also watch YouTube if you want. But my thinking is, yeah, this is a cool screen for right here, but my thinking is, why didn't they put it in the back of the headrest? Because if they had the headrest holder for like that they usually have for iPads, I would actually prefer it be up here. Why would I be driving around looking at the floor? Like that doesn't make sense to me. I can understand it being there for just controlling the HVAC, but it doesn't make sense to me that that's there for watching videos, you know? It's like, and here's the thing, what if I have two children? If I have two children, what, are they gonna share the screen? No, of course not. One of them's gonna wanna watch My Little Pony or some shit, and the other one's gonna wanna watch Ninja Turtles. You gotta have two screens. Like, why don't you have two screens? You know? It's like, it's just like the simple things. It's like, you gotta focus on the simple things. Uh-oh, yeah, I forgot. Let me turn in here. You know what's funny? By instinct, I keep reaching for the stick shift and keep realizing that there is no turn shifter right here. Like this, because in my car, I have it here, and I have one on that side for the windshield wiper, but in this car, no, everything, you gotta keep your hand right here on the wheel. Let's catch up to this guy. We are now at 66 miles per hour. Now, I don't know how these buttons hold up to a woman's, what are those things called? Those fingernails? I don't know how they hold up to that. I'd like to think that these things won't get scratched or damaged or anything. Because, you know, women with their fingernails, they scratch up everything. Yeah, but I say it like this. It's like, if you're the type of person and you're happy with your current Model 3, you know, the refresh might interest you. But if you don't have a Model 3 at all and you absolutely want a Tesla, yeah, this is what you're going to want to aim for. But what's interesting is, I think a lot of people, look at that, there's a little light right there. I think that's for people passing on the side. So they hid the light behind here. I didn't even see that until right now. There's a little red light. But what I'm thinking, I think that the price of the Tesla Model 3, I think it's going to crash because a lot of people are either coming out of leases, or a lot of people are going to want this car. And if they want this car right here, they're going to probably going to trade in or sell their Model 3 so that they can get this one right here. You know, so I think the Model 3 price is going to crash. And I also think the exact same thing is going to happen with the Model Y. The Model 3 has been aggressively marked down because Elon was trying to stay competitive with all of the newcomers to the EV market, right? So they had a lot of price slashing on the Model 3s and the Model Y. And he also did that in order to make sure that he secured those tax credits that were being offered last year. But now that the government is not offering those tax credits anymore, it didn't stop these cars from selling. These things are still selling. Like, it's amazing to me that these cars offer so much, and they're not very expensive compared to most of the other cars. But in my opinion, they actually offer a lot more than most of the other cars on the market do. You know, they offer a lot more. Like, they have a premium look to them. The interior is plain and base, but for the most part, most other cars that are cheaper than this, you're getting even less out of them, So it's nice to see that we finally got heated and cooled seats in the Model 3, But seats and a steering wheel, that's basically what you get. Let me see if this autopilot thing works. Okay, I think it does. Now, I guess that's autopilot, but I don't think it's steering. I think that's cruise control. I'm not sure. I don't think that's autopilot. Maybe that's just cruise control. So, you know what? Let me, I'm going to just step on and take it off of that. I'm not going to test the autopilot right now. I am glad to see that these cars can read traffic lights. So that's really nice. But it's a pretty cool, it's a really, really cool car. In fact, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's go to the Tesla Supercharger and plug the car in and get some charge. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be fun, right? Yeah, because see, it's so interesting watching everybody else who doesn't have a Tesla try to charge their cars, and have to wait these long periods of time. Meanwhile, if you got a Tesla, you just pull into that supercharger, you plug that shit in, bastard is charging, 30 minutes later, you're done. Look at this guy. See, this is how accidents happen right here. See, and it's sad because everybody else is waiting there, but then you get that one person who may jut out, and the next thing you know, there's like a accident and everything. I've seen a lot of accidents on these exits. You got to be so careful. All right, so let's hit this. So basically, it's funny because I guess the people who beta test these vehicles, the idea, it looks to me, is that they want you to just keep your hands on the wheel. And not only that, they want you to keep your hands at the 9 and the 3 position. Now, I believe that's because just in case you hit something and the airbag deploys, this way it won't break your wrist or throw your hands into your face. So that's what I personally believe. But let's see, autopilot locks. But it's like, they've made it really, really simple. I still think that it would be nice to have a digital speedometer up there or even some type of augmented reality. But as far as they're concerned, you don't need any of that, so they're not giving it to you. They just basically like, oh, if you don't need it, you're not getting it. What do we have here? I was going to take a look for... Okay, so steering, okay, I want that in sport mode, controls, the glove box has a, what is it called? The glove box has a nice magnetic lock to it so that when you close it, it snaps shut like, with a magnet force. So that's a nice little feature. Okay, so let me just pull up right behind this guy. Let's pull up right behind this guy, pull up right behind this guy, pull right behind this guy. All right. Yeah, let's drive through Electrify America and see how many of those turkeys are waiting. Okay, so it's telling me that this guy right here in this car is not moving fast, so I should slow down. You got it. So pedals and steering. Apply brakes when regenerative braking is on. Auto shift out of park. Okay, so it says autopilot, set speed limit. Okay, so autopilot and full self-driving is, all of these cars are capable. In fact, let me show you the glove box. When the glove box is open, when you start closing it, it snaps shut because of a magnet. You see that? Yeah, so that's a nice little feature. If you close it real slow, snap shut. So it's got a little magnet there. The parking controls, park, drive, reverse, that's actually up here now. So they put that next to the hazard just in case the screen goes out. I'm really glad that they did that because, God forbid something goes wrong with the screen. Those controls are right here. You can barely see them. It says park, reverse, neutral, drive. So I'm glad to see that those are there just in case something goes wrong with the screen. Because there has to be backups because you can never be 100% certain something may not go wrong. you know, especially when everything is locked into just this screen, you know. How else? Like, this whole thing about you having to touch it and then slide your finger up and down in order to go from park to drive to reverse. You know, I'm not a fan of that, but I guess the way they justify it is by saying, yeah, well, how frequently do you really have to use it? My issue with that is if you have to parallel park, yeah, you may have to use it more frequently than, you know, than the average person would have to use it. Like, let's say if they live out in the West, or, you know, if they're not in a city, you know. But there's just certain things I don't agree with them taking away. There's certain things that I don't agree with them not giving you. There's certain things I believe that you should always have, you know. It's just like what I was saying. I shouldn't have to go into the screen to manipulate this steering wheel. If they want to make the mirrors and the steering wheel adjustable right here using this ball and this ball switch, okay, fine. But give me like one button on the steering wheel that when I touch it, it tells the system that I want to adjust the steering wheel. Likewise, over here, most cars have a mirror adjuster right over here. Okay, you want to take that away? Fine. But give me one button that tells the car that I want to adjust the mirrors so that when I touch that button, it sends this into a mode where I can adjust the mirrors. Little thing. It's just the little things. If they would do shit like that, it's like they could still keep the minimalist look and I wouldn't have a problem at all. Who are you blowing at? Who are you blowing at, boy? Who are you blowing at? Do you understand that I'm driving the Model 3? Who are you blowing at, you and your Kia? The damn Kia up there blowing at people. I didn't do nothing. Who you blowing at? Man, what is it with these people? Calm down. Be calm. Slow down. What's wrong with these people? That's what causes road rage. You know? You know what they say? They say fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and hate leads to road rage. It's like, calm down. Yeah, so, I say the right turn, left turn buttons, they're pretty intuitive. I could get used to that. That's okay. I have to, okay, so let's see how many people are waiting. So I see a Hyundai Ioniq 5 right there. You got this Kia something right here. This is Kia Niro. Got the EQS. The EQS is waiting. Okay, so the EQS is waiting. And that's it. So there's at least, it looks like there's like 3 free stalls or at least 2 free stalls right there. Not bad. Okay, so let's get out of here. I just wanted to see how many of them are waiting. All right. Yeah, come on. Come on, Bernie Sanders. Let's go. All right, I think I can make this. Yeah, I think the refresh Model Y is going to be much, much more exciting. Okay, she's turning that way, so I'll go this way. Yeah, I think the refresh Model Y is going to be a lot more exciting. Somebody was telling me that in order to make it easier to do stuff, just use the voice controls. It's like, yeah, but the voice controls aren't going to adjust my mirrors, and the voice control isn't going to adjust my steering wheel. That's, you know, that's like a cop-out. It's like there's certain things that you just shouldn't take away. You know, it's just like with the horn. Like, some people are playing with the horn, and you can make the horn make fart sounds and shit, digital fart sounds and everything. Where is the horn? The horn, oh yeah, I think they put the horn back. I don't want to blow at this guy because I don't want him to think I'm blowing at him, but I think the horn's back here because I don't see a button for it. Yeah, so when there's nobody in front of me, I'll test and see where the horn is, but I'm pretty sure it's this pad now. All right. Yeah, this is they've really made it better. You know, it's like, you know, it's exactly what I expected, but they really did make it better. They made it better than before, you know, by adding just a couple of, you know, features. It's like they did make it a little bit better because, you know, it could be argued that, you know, ambient lighting is unnecessary. If you're going to argue about things that are necessary or unnecessary, it could be argued that you don't need ambient lighting. You know, it could, you know, somebody might make the argument that you don't need heated and cooled seats. But my thinking is, it's like the more stuff that you give people at this price point. And by the way, the price of this car, the refresh, is actually higher than the price of the outgoing one. So if I'm not mistaken, I might be able to actually push this. Yeah, okay, so it does work. Okay, so if you push that, it does work. Park, reverse, neutral, drive. So you now you can see it. So I'm gonna just slide up. So I think I'm still moving forward. Yeah, but yeah, that's it right there. I wanted to just take a photo of that. So now you can actually see it. Yeah, I have a family member that wants to buy one of these cars. This is like one of the best. The 3 and the Y are pretty much the best-selling cars. It's easy to see why. These things are very spacious. They're very practical. If you have a place to park and charge it, like if you have a house, I mean, this is a great daily driver back and forth to your house. You know, it's a very good daily driver. All right, yeah. Back. Watch out, truck. You know. I don't know how many people are chilling at the Supercharger. Oh my God. I got the T1000 behind me. A fucking truck. All right, let's see. Let's get in here. But yeah, it's a very nice, relaxing, comfortable drive. I'm not going to complain that they don't have massage seats as an option. I'm not going to complain about that. It would be nice if they had optional heated, cooled massage seats. Because as far as I'm concerned, I think Tesla should have like a seat module. And they just put that seat in any car that they have. And you can upholster it with whatever color interior you want. Because white is nice. The black is nice. It's like they want to keep it very, very minimal. But the white is nice. The black is nice. The white is really nice. And most people who I see buying these cars, they want the white interior. You know, as long as they don't have like little children. But how about some other colors? How about red? How about orange? You know? How about you have upholstery for every one of the primary colors? How about you have red, orange, blue, black, green, you know, so forth and so on. You know, white. Because of all the colors that actually make sense, white is the one that makes the least sense because of the upkeep that's required. But it would be nice if they had every single primary. All right, let's watch out. Let's be careful. Let's see this old-ass Dodge Charger. That's the old one. Look at that guy. That car is old. All right, watch this. Oh, my God. Look at this. Oh, I'm pulling into the Tesla station. Oh, look at all. Oh, fuck. This thing is full of people. Hey, guys. Guess what? Oh, wait. And there's still one for me. Is there? Nope. They got that one. Damn. I can't fit in that. All right. So, you know what? I guess I'm out of here. Oh, wow. Look how many of them. Look, this thing is like full of these people. All right, yeah, so, you know what, I'm getting out of here. This is, I'm not even going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time trying to wait. No point. I've never actually seen that thing full. I've never actually seen it full. All right, let's get out. Whee! It's a little piggy quiet. Whee! All the way home. Look at that guy. Woo! This is the mall. Yeah, so very relaxing. Very nice, very relaxing vehicle. So all I need, look at it here. Here you go. Yep, come on. We're all family. We're all family here. We're all Tesla family, right? Yeah, Tesla Model Y. The car that overtook the world in 2023. Elon Musk is a genius. That's what they said. Okay, yeah, so I just tested the horn. You can make it make fart sounds, and you could put like noises and shit. Like you can make it do that Rastafarian honk. It goes burp, 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 burp. Like you could do that. Somebody programmed one of those things in the gallery to do that. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so yeah, I'm done. I'm done. This is nice, though. I guess the only thing I really want to drive now is the Cybertruck, if I get a chance. The Cybertruck. Gotta drive the Cybertruck. But I will say, there's a couple of things I really don't like. For instance, putting that key there. I don't like putting keys down and shit. I like being able to put the key in my pocket, get in and out of the car, and the car knows that I'm in or out of the car. Like, I don't like this whole idea about having to lay a key flat and shit. I don't like that. Like that they could nix that. And the whole point of that is that those are charging panels for your phone. I don't like putting my phone down, obviously, because I'm typically using it. It's in my hand. It's like I don't like putting my phone down. I don't like doing that. So the charging panels, okay. Another thing, I believe that these panels are no longer metal. I believe these are actually plastic, but they're painted with a metal look. So some people may take odds with that, but in my opinion, that's not a big deal. I mean, if they reduce some of the parts and they just use cosmetic gimmicks in order to reduce some parts and reduce the cost of the car, it's like, that's not too much of a big deal to me. That's not too much of a big deal. But yeah, this is pretty much everything I expected it to be. Oh shit, this guy got the McLaren guy. He's out here. He must be going to Walmart. He got the McLaren. He's going to Walmart. Yeah, see, me personally, I would take a Tesla Model 3 over any of these damn Corollas. I would take this over just about any other small car. Just about any other small car. In fact, I like this more than the new Toyota Prius. I would take this over just about any small car that there is. And when I say small car, I'm talking about, $40,000 and under small cars. Like, I think that's an ILX, if I'm not mistaken, an Acura ILX. I would take this over any of the small cars. Like a BMW 2 or Mercedes CLA. I would take this over any of those. But again, it all comes down to, do you have a place to charge this thing? Because that's ultimately what it's going to come down to. Do you have a place to charge this thing? So I have a total right there of 229 miles remaining. And we're going to take it back to the barn right now. Give it back to them. And tell them, yes, it's a very, very impressive car. Very, very impressive car. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the test. Yes, I don't know if there's anybody waiting to drive it behind me. We're going to take it back to the barn. All right, so let me get it back there. Very impressive. All right. Very, very impressive car. Yeah, Tesla's done it again. I'll take it back to the barn. This guy, he's getting a Model Y. Alright, so I guess I'll put it right. I guess I'll put it, where should I put it? I could put it, oh, that's the service entrance. I guess I will put it right. I don't know if I'm allowed to park there. Well, then again, this is a private lot, so. Congratulations. Who's this? Wee Wang. Wee Wang just got herself a Model Y, I think. Yeah. Congratulations, Wee Wang. Congratulations, Mrs. Wang. Congratulations. So I'm going to park this right here. And, I could take up this spot, so nobody's going to say nothing. And, the handicapped people, they can park, over there next to my Jeep. Okay, so I want to use this button to park. Look at that. Park. Oh, look, and it just parks, and that's it. Okay, so that's that. Press and hold brake. Why? Why should I press and hold the brake? What does that do? Okay, nothing. So, yeah, that's basically it. So, This is the Tesla Model 3 refresh. Everything I expected it to be. So you got this, this is the Model 3 rear-wheel drive stealth gray, black interior, Proton wheels. And that's the key for the thing. Yeah, everything I expected it to be. So I'm very impressed. Let's open it up. Get out of here. Very, very impressive. Yeah, so that's the car. Let's look in the back real quick. If you were sitting behind me, that's how much space you'd have. Just enough space for an amputee. This is the material that they've got running along the sides. Oh, let me close it back. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's the back. Tap the power fan on. USB-C chargers. These USB-C chargers are powerful enough to charge your laptop, iPad. They put out just enough wattage to do that. So yeah, in fact, let me take a photo. Right there. Let me take a photo of it. Boom, boom. Right. Very, very impressive. Very, very, very impressive. Very, very, very impressive. All right, so I guess that's about it for today. I'm impressed. Quite impressed. That's the Model 3 refresh. Let's hope that it pushes our stock prices up. Hey, look who just passed by me as I'm leaving. It's Mr. McLaren again. I don't know where I think this guy didn't go shopping. I think this guy's just showing off right now. I think he's just driving around the mall. Oh, his license plate says Zoom. That's part of the reason why I went out and got all that tea this morning. Gotta have my tea. I'm gonna probably try the blueberry tea first because I love the pineapple pear, but I'm gonna try that blueberry tea definitely. I'll put my window down so I could hear his engine a little. Isn't it amazing that for a fraction of the cost that you can get supercar performance out of a freaking electric car? And don't talk to me about the way it sounds, because to tell you the God's honest truth, I'm not impressed with McLaren's engine noises. Lamborghini, yes. Ferrari, maybe. But McLaren, no, I'm not really impressed with their engines. You know, I want to hear a V12. I don't want to hear those stupid twin turbo 8s or nothing like that. I want to hear a V12. If it doesn't have a V12, I'm not impressed. Get this right here. Somebody came through here speeding. They must have thought that they was the law. I am the law. You ain't the law. I am the law, Mr. BMW. You can't speed through my zone. I'm the law. You can't speed around here. You doing? Putting everybody's lives at risk. Look at this. I got some old people right here in the Model Y. Another one. Those guys look like the odd couple up in there. Such a nice day. It's cold, but it's a nice day. And I was promising I was going to take this truck out and drive it a little bit, you know, because I didn't want to neglect it. Try to get some of that, you know, rust off the rims, try to get the oil moving a little bit. Yeah, just put a couple of miles on it. Feels good. Still feels good. It's funny. It takes so much getting used to the fact that I have two different gear shift positionings. So it's like my hands, I keep reaching for things that aren't there, like that, you know, the windshield wiper thing is right here on the side of the wheel. But in some of these cars, you drive these electric cars, you don't have one right there, you know. takes a lot of getting used to. Keep your mind switching up different positions for everything. Whee! Yeah, this I gotta say, these SRTs, I swear to God, man, when they dropped SRT, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, they were fucking dead. Because I'm thinking about, forget the engine, the steering sharpness on this truck is just amazing. Like, it's funny because even when I go through certain turns, this Jeep SRT weighs 5,200 pounds, right? My new Cadillac with me in it weighs 6,000 fucking pounds. That Cadillac by itself is more heavy than this truck. When you try to go into a turn, it in no way is as sharp as turning in this Jeep is. You can apply more power. You can go through these turns a lot better. But that's not indicative of all of these ICE cars. That's just indicative of the SRT product. But when they killed SRT, it was over. You see this guy in this Ford Explorer? That's a squad car. See, as soon as when they killed SRT, man, it was over, man. It was over. And then I will say, there's definitely people who will buy their electric vehicle Charger Challenger replacement. I know there are people who are going to buy it, but there in no way is that car going to sell the same way as the Hemi powered cars. It's just not. I know it's not. Now, granted, at the end of the year, there'll be discounts and maybe knock a 10,000 off, knock 8,000 off. Maybe you'll move a couple that way. But see, the problem is a lot of these people, they park in front of apartment buildings. And a lot of these people have no place to charge these things. The charging network, as it is, unless you're on a Tesla, the charging network sucks. So the reality is a lot of people are not going to want these cars simply because of the charging hassle. And I totally understand that. But me personally, I was able to get around it by, actually owning a house and actually owning a charging network for myself, So I was able to beat that little disadvantage. It's like if you don't have a house and you don't have any land and anything, it's like you're playing the game with half your cards, man. You gotta have a house. And if you don't have it, it's like buying all these luxury cars and shit. It's just, it doesn't mean nothing. It just doesn't. But I'm really happy. That's why I try not to complain. I'm really happy that I got what I wanted.
To be continued.